House of Representatives leaving Washington to begin their August recess. After a banner week for Republican leadership, the House was able to pass key legislation, including the Framework for Reconciliation 3.0, the Stop Insider Trading Act, the NDAA, and a continuing resolution. The House now has limited time to pass more of the president's agenda before the midterms. I want to bring in Kentucky Congressman James Comer. He chairs the House Oversight Committee. Mr. Chairman, great to have you on the program this morning.
Good morning.
So,
good morning.
What are your key thoughts here about this last week in particular, about all of the things that legislatively were able to be accomplished, but now everything goes over to the Senate, and that seems to be a different challenge for Republicans. Where are we?
Well, the House has been very productive this year. I know people in general are down on Congress, but if you look, we passed everything in President Trump's agenda. We passed the Save America Act. We passed 3 budget reconciliation bills. And this week we passed the National Defense Authorization Act, which is our military funding bill. All of those bills are sitting in the Senate. We passed a lot of bills in my committee and through the House that I would call good government bills, anti-fraud bills that will help the government prevent fraud in the future. We're seeing all this fraud that J.D. Vance and others are uncovering. This legislation should stop that in the future. None of it's passing the Senate. So there's a huge level of frustration by the members of the House with the lack of action in the Senate. And we all know how frustrated President Trump is with the Senate right now.
Well, there's a couple of things I want to get to with in particular with Reconciliation 3.0. I want to ask you about that. But talk about the Medicare Medicaid fraud, that task force that J.D. Vance is leading, the vice president, because that has uncovered millions upon millions of dollars in fraud, especially in states like California. They're targeting New York. Of course, we talk about Minnesota. Do you think that that has a path, though, in the Senate? Do you think there's going to be resistance? I understand the Democrats will be resistant, but are there any Republican voices you're concerned about?
Well, there shouldn't be any Republicans, and it's sad that the Democrats are showing any type of resistance, but they are. Even in the House, on our Oversight Committee, we've had several hearings on Medicare and Medicaid fraud. We've had hearings with Governor Walz and Attorney General Ellison in Minnesota to prove that they knew about the fraud, yet did nothing about it. And the entire time, the Democrats are kicking and screaming and saying Republicans are wanting to cut social programs. Republicans don't want to cut social programs for people who are truly entitled to receive those social programs. Republicans want to get rid of 100% of the fraud. Democrats don't want to do anything. They don't want to rock the boat. And with respect to fraud legislation in the Senate, I hope the Republicans will put it up for a vote on the Senate floor. And even if it doesn't get 60 votes, which it doesn't seem anything to get 60 votes over there, at least show that the Democrats do not care how taxpayer dollars are being wasted in these Medicare and Medicaid programs. We've seen the news out of California and Minnesota. You're about to see more news in New York and Ohio. I predict my state of Kentucky this fall will get hit pretty hard on some Medicaid fraud. So this is a problem in all 50 states. The Republicans in Congress are doing something about it, and the Democrats don't want to do anything about it.
Well, you know, we're talking about Medicare and Medicaid. Let's talk about these pharmacy benefit managers, because the House Oversight Committee, your committee, has been investigating pharmacy benefit managers, PBMs, who operate like the middlemen in the prescription drug market. They do. It's a profitable business. We know that on Wall Street. But you're joining your Democratic colleagues on a bipartisan bill. It's the Pharmacists Fight Back Act. Tell us about this. In particular, it's pretty telling when you've got bipartisan leadership on something like this.
Yeah. So pharmacy benefit managers were put in place with good intentions. They were put in place to negotiate drug prices between Medicare and Medicaid and the big pharmaceutical companies, between private health care and the big pharmaceutical companies, between independent pharmacies and the pharmaceutical companies. But what's happened over time, they've become profit centers. And I'm all about profit. But what we've proven is they are actually costing consumers more money. They're having to pay more for drugs because of the PBMs. The PBMs have become vertically integrated. They started their own pharmacies. They were supposed to negotiate drugs cheaper for independent pharmacies. So they put out a lot of independent pharmacists. And if you're a Republican and you want to solve healthcare, one of the solutions to the healthcare crisis is more competition. The PBMs are creating an environment where there's less competition. So we've passed legislation out of the committee to rein the PBMs, to prevent a lot of the unfair trade practices that they're currently participating in that are leading to higher drug costs. So we also had in our hearings where some oncologists told stories of where they made prescriptions for cancer medication. They prescribed the generic drug because it was so much cheaper, but the PBMs rejected the generic drug because they don't make much on generic drugs and forced the consumer to have to pay 100 times more for brand name drugs because the PBMs had a lot bigger profit margin. That's wrong, and we're trying to rein them in. I think there's overwhelming support in the House for that, and hopefully when that goes to the Senate, they'll do something about it.
That's terrible, Chairman. That really is. Real quick before you go, average Americans have long expressed support for voter ID. Our latest Fox News polls confirming this. 83% of voters say a valid photo ID should be required to prove citizenship before you register to vote. 77% say that valid photo ID should be shown in order to vote, Congressman. I want to get your thoughts on this because Save America, at least pieces of it, are both in Reconciliation 2.0, but also in the other legislation that you passed out of the House.
Yeah, this is another example of a bill that's important to the president's agenda, a bill that has overwhelming support by Republicans and Democrats. We passed that bill out of the House 5 or 6 times just to prove a point to the Senate. This is another big bill that's sitting in the Senate doing nothing. But in the House, the Democrats continue to vote against legislation that would require any voter to present a valid ID to show proof of citizenship. Now, why would the Democrats be against that? I believe it's because they're voting illegals in elections in many states. That's the only explanation for that. So this is a piece of legislation that the American people want. This is at the top of President Trump's agenda. We continue to pass it out of the House. We passed it out 2 or 3 times this week on bills going to the Senate. So hopefully the Senate will vote on it. And John Thune keeps saying, "Oh, we don't have the votes. We don't have the votes." You've got to cut a deal. You've got to do something to get these Senate Democrats to support it or change the rules. Do something. This is of the most importance to our national security. This is something the American people want. If the Senate can't pass that, the American people are going to continue to have doubts about the integrity of our election.
Chairman, it is great to have you here. Mr. Chairman, really appreciate your time. Thank you for being with us, sir. We're going to be following all your work.
Thank you.
All right. We'll be right back, everybody.